And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. We bring you Friday baseball on the show. It's South Carolina taking on Michigan. Biggest storyline coming into this one. He's riding quite the hitting streak, Singy.
Been seeing the ball so well, Boog. One of the toughest outs in the league right now. It'll be interesting to see how they pitch to him today.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go now. And on the hill today, Thomas White. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
Well, Boog, maybe a little pedestrian there in terms of the ERA, but with those numbers, you expect to be in a ball game and have an opportunity to win. And really, that's all his teammates can ask for. So we'll see if he's able to be consistent in this one.
And now here's a speed threat, outfielder Wade Meckler. That one is absolutely belted back there. Stretches out and hauls it in. Take a look at the lineup. Singy, the numbers tell us this is an offense designed to swing it. They're not going to force a ton of action on the bases. And so obviously that is one of the focal points that we'll look at.
And you look at the quality of the at-bats because of the fact that the legs aren't a part of this game. They have to be very selective. Look for long pitch counts, grinding out at bats, and really barrels to the baseball because it's a lot easier to jog around the bases than for these players to sprint.
And that skips into dirt. Next offering is outside. One out, base is empty. That's in there. 3-2 now.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out at a splitter.
Well, that's the effect of the splitter that you're looking for on the mound. Really nice pitch right there and had him out in front over the top. I'm sure the batter was thinking he was getting something else, perhaps a fastball with a little more straight and velo to it.
That misses the zone, and it's 2-1. Way out front for strike 2.
2-2.
2 outs, base is empty. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. No score as we head to the bottom of the first. Back at Comerica Park. And our pitcher in this game, Max Meyer. Singy, he's kind of a road warrior, yeah?
I definitely say so. You know, some guys shrink a little bit on the road. They're so used to just, having the comforts of being at home and having the fans behind them. But this guy seems to thrive in adversity and being in some hostile environment. So when you have a player like this on your team that goes out there and competes, you definitely like your chances away from your home ballpark.
On the inside corner for called strike 3.
Well, you could tell he wasn't expecting that ball to break back in on him. He may have been looking for something away, maybe something soft, but that slider on the inside corner absolutely frozen.
Now the number 2 hitter. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Batting third.
Here's the left fielder.
Number 1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Squirts away a little bit.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might get interesting, Boo.
Runner on the go. On the ground, right side. Feed to second, that's one. Return throw to first, got him. Double play, and that'll do it. An inning in the books tonight, and we're scoreless here on the show. Back here in Detroit, second inning, set to go. And now the right fielder, James Tibbs III. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Put that screwball up there and got him to swing through it. It's kind of part changeup, part curveball, a reverse curveball, I guess, and clearly it's got some good movement on it. We just don't get to see a good one very often, so it's kind of fun to see, and that was a great one right there.
Addison Barger, the next to hit. A little out front there as he swings through it. No score here in the second. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
There's a swing and a drive. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Now around second, going for third.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
And here is Bryce Eldridge. The 3-1. And that one fouled off. And here it comes. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Swing and a miss, and he got him. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
Jared Cerna now at the plate. 2 outs. The shortstop takes the ball. Two. Just misses the mark outside the zone. Mickey Moniak in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. On the ground to third, and that chance handled. Zips it across. Out number 3. So 1 hit is all they get. Now to the bottom of the second. We're tied 0-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom half of inning number 2, and now number 5. That misses. 2-1. Sneaks through, base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. There was nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped, cut out in front, and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
And now the center fielder. And a 1-1. That's down and in.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Two and one now. Late on that fastball.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get two with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Nobody out. Runner at first. Line and a base hit into right. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
First and second, no outs. Cannon will hit next. That misses the zone, and it's 2-2. And a swing and a miss. And that is a big first out.
Toughest pitch to hit, fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Number 3.
So now here's the DH, JT Vernon. 2 on, 1 out. On the ground right side. And it's just foul. That was close. Next pitch is outside.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Now a pop-up on the infield. And the infield fly rule called.
Batting 8th, second baseman, Javier Sanoja.
Now it's the second baseman, Javier Sanoja.
Well, there's a reason why he's at the bottom of the order, struggling as of late, but a knock here would be a huge lift for him and for his team.
Here's a 1-1. High fly ball, right field. Tibbs. He's got it. And that is the third out of the inning. We'll move to the third with no score. Welcome back. Last series, the pitching was not good as we take a check of the numbers. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a good eye there.
He missed the zone, but I don't think he missed his spot. That was a good pitch with 2 strikes.
And that's downstairs. And the count's full.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Towards first, and that's just foul. foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. So he battled through a long at bat and earned himself a hit.
Nice at bat right there. Not just the result, but also seeing a lot of pitches made him really work out there on the mound. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Now it's going to be Luis Torrens.
1-2.
Moniak on at first, nobody out. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Next to hit, Wade Meckler. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now 1 out.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
First and second, 1 out. Gonzalez digs in now. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Eloy Jimenez now. The 1-1. High in the air, out to right. Sizing this one up. Squeezes it, and that's the 3rd out. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. And we're back. Here's the catcher, Gage Allen.
Number 46.
And the right-hander's 3-1. Hard on the ground to first. Eldridge takes it to the bag. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd.
Number 13.
So the batting order turns over. Joe Getz getting ready to hit. 1 down, base is empty. And that's outside. Still tied at 0, last of the 3rd. And a 2-1 hammered but foul. Stays alive. Got him swinging. He chased the changeup, and he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed, quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal you a bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone? The shortstop takes the ball.
He's like Mike Trout. You figure whatever you put in his hand, whether it's a bat, whether it's a golf club, whether it's a basketball, he can do it and get it done. And a rare talent, so much fun to watch.
Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
So man aboard. Now the left fielder. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in the last half of the 3rd. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. Gets it there in time, though, and they do get the out. On to the fourth, still scoreless. Back at Comerica Park. Now it's the right fielder, James Tibbs III. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Action in the pen down there. Jake Latz, the lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Kranick getting cranked up as well. The 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. Now the third baseman, Addison Barger. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Fourth inning underway, no score. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, you always want those pitches back as a hitter. It caught a lot of the zone and definitely not the intended location, but those splitters can dance around and miss a barrel even when they're not perfectly executed.
And here's the first baseman, Bryce Eldridge. And that one is downstairs. And now 3-1. Two down, nobody on. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Well, 2-out walks are never good, especially when you're trying to get back into that dugout. But he's still in a good spot. He's just got to refocus and deal with the bottom of this order.
And now here is Jared Cerna. Fought off foul. Popped up. And it falls. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Now batting center fielder, Mickey Moniak.
So up next, Mickey Moniak. And a breaking ball misses outside.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Line drive, base hit. Headed for the plate. The throw home. It's offline, and he scores. On the board first, it's 1-zip.
Picks himself up at RBI. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
First and second, 2 outs. Torrens, the next to hit. Outside low. And that's ball 2.
1 strike.
2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. And that is that. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 1-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Ready to go, bottom 4. And now the first baseman, number 5. ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. It's hard to hit a baseball much better than that, and even a lot of professional hitters aren't able to reach an exit velo of 114 miles per hour. I'll tell you what, that's a very impressive swing of the bat. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here's the center fielder. In the dirt. No advance. Good job behind the dish.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
And that's down and away.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Got him! Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Oh, man, just locked him up with that slider, even though it caught a lot of the zone. And I think that tells you all you need to know about what he was looking for in the box, and it clearly was not that pitch.
James Cannon will hit next. Line, and that's a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. That can be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
And now it's going to be JT Vernon. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Two now. And that one missing low.
Way to let off that pitch down.
Javier Sanoja in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. And there's 2 down.
Bill, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
So 2 down now. And here is Javier Sanoja. On a strike. The pitch. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
I'd say that stayed in the tunnel for a long time. No chance of even fouling it off.
Outside low. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
And that's a base hit. McAdoo rounds third, headed for the plate. The tag, and he's in there. We're tied at 1.
Comes through with the RBI. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
So 2 down, and here's the catcher, Gage Allen. Here's a 1-1. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. One and 2 now. Swing and a miss, and that is that. But the RBI single pushes across a run. All even now at 1-1. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Jake Latz.
And he's had his struggles so far this year, as you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down a little bit right here.
Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Wade Meckler. That one finds the zone. 2-2. And there's one away.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
And stepping in is the speedy Gonzalez. Now fly ball to right center. As this one sized up. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Here's Eloy Jimenez. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. And strike 2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
2-2.
Way high with that one. Now 2-2.
Three balls, 2 strikes.
Ripped to third. Throws across the diamond. That ends the frame. Halfway home. All even. 1 apiece. Back here in Detroit. Now Joe Getz. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Oh, just look.
That one ripped. And out of here. They must be going crazy in the dugout. It's his 8th home run of the year, and that gives him a lead. It's 2-1. That adds another game to his hitting streak, Chris.
Yeah, he's been doing so many things well at the plate and clearly driving the ball with some authority as part of that. He's really dangerous with the bat in his hands right now. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Now it's the shortstop. Hit on the ground to short. Cerna fires across the diamond, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Deceptive slider right there. Stayed in the tunnel a long time. Got that hitter out front, rolled over it, put it on the ground.
Here's the left fielder. That one in for a strike. 2-2. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Number 37 preparing to come on if needed. Number 48, the power lefty, up as well. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. 1 out, bases empty, and a run in. Last half of inning number 5. Fastball is outside.
3-2.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And next will be the cleanup hitter. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. In the air, left field, down the line. And that'll fall for a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
And now the center fielder. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
1-2.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
Throw to first, and he's back in safely.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
Up and in. The count now 2-2.
2 strikes.
Fights it off. He'll see another. See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today. One scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now at the plate, James Tibbs III. On the ground. Now one gone in the top of the 6th. So digging in, Addison Barger.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. One down, base is empty. Outside with a breaking ball. Movement in the bullpen. Ronnie Enriquez appears to be getting loose. Zavala warming up as well. Caught him looking for the K. So up next, Bryce Eldridge. This splits between April and May there. Two outs. Hit in the air, right field. Gets under it. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. Nothing across here this half. On to the bottom of inning number 6. The Wolverines lead it 2-1. A new pitcher in the game, number 37. He's pitching on 2 days rest. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, James Cannon.
Number 23.
Cannon with a homer in his last game. Next pitch is outside. Headed towards the corner. And there's one down.
Now batting, number 3.
And next is the designated hitter, JT Vernon. Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the 6th. Up and in, 2-1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Colin Selby, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. The count 2-1. Slider misses outside.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
So digging in, Javier Sinoja. His righty-lefty splits there.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
There goes the runner. In the dirt, blocked. Blocked by the catcher, and he steals second base without a throw. Swings and misses. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea.
You know, Boog, you often think a slider is more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
And here is Gage Allen. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. To the wall, and he can't reach it. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Vernon at second with 2 down. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. No runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 man left. We're through 6 full. The Wolverines out front 2-1.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Ronnie Enriquez.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Shortstop.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Jared Cerna. Looking to get the tying run on base. Misses inside. And now 3-1. Mickey Moniak in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And the tying run is on base.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Next to hit, Mickey Moniak.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
That one misses, and that's ball 2.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
The 2-1. And that drops in for a strike. That misses, and it's 3-2.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Walks out of the bullpen can absolutely kill your momentum very quickly. They're in some hot water trying to protect this lead.
So the tying run in scoring position now. At the plate, Luis Torrens. The 2-1. And there's a ball.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
Wade Meckler in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. So the tying run at second. That's a strike across the top of the zone. And they're all loaded up.
Now a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Nobody out. And fouled off.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up or something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Pulls it in on the run. Runners tagging from second and third. To the plate, safe, and we are tied.
Well, he hit that one pretty well. I think it would have been a lot more than a sac fly if not for that nice play by the outfielder to track it down. Good job of getting the run in.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Ronnie Enriquez won't go any further, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching.
Pitching change here, Nabil Prismac.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
So up next, Gonzalez. Two on, one out. Got it! Huge strikeout there.
Well, that was such a great opportunity to grab the lead. You have the infield back. All you've got to do is just put the ball in play on the ground, and you drive across a run. It's a frustrating outcome for the hitter. Now, I'll still have a chance, but it's probably going to take a clutch hit with 2 outs.
And the batter now, Eloy Jimenez. And a swing and a miss there.
1-2.
And that's off the inside edge. And the count is even, 2-2. And that's ripped for a base hit. In comes the runner from third, and it's an RBI single, and they take the lead in the 7th.
Just a clutch at bat right there. Big time swing when this team really needed it. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center.
First and second, 2 outs. James Tibbs III now at the plate. Next pitch misses way outside. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
2 on, 2 outs. Got him looking. Inning over, and it could have been worse. A couple of runs in the inning puts them ahead. 7th inning stretch time. The Gamecocks have the lead, 3-2. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Frazier Ellard.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
Well, 1-run game, and now it's switch hitting third baseman Joe Getz. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. I mean, you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Now the number 2 hitter. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Now the left fielder. The lefty ready, and a 1-1. Swings through that one.
1-2.
trying to hold a one-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Sets him down looking. And he strikes out the side in the 7th.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
And we're back, ready to begin the 8th. Here's the third baseman, Addison Barger. Ball to strike. And a fastball in there for a strike at 91.
That fastball, even though it's up, that's the velocity you want to go after. Low 90s, a lot better than trying to hit the high 90s.
Popped up right side. Calls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Bryce Eldridge.
And here's the first baseman, Bryce Eldridge.
Ball 2.
Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Missed with a changeup, 3-1. Swings through that.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
That one down the line, and foul ball. And that's low for ball 4. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way.
Oh, and now a wild pitch. Gets to it, on to first. That completes the strikeout, inning over. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Spencer Bivens.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Well, 1-run game, and now the first baseman. In the air, left field. Brings it in. One away.
Now batting, number 7.
Here's the center fielder. Action in the pen down there. Randy Rodriguez. The closer is getting ready and perhaps looking at a long save opportunity here. Selby, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. One down, base is empty. That's a ball. Tried to attack with a sweeper. James Cannon in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Three and two now. And the tying run is on base.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
One down, runner at first. And now the right fielder, James Cannon. Runner on the go. Ball outside. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And the tying run is now in scoring position.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight one-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it, and it paid off. Let's see if they can turn this into a big run.
So the tying run at second, and ball 4 to a board.
Pretty much the last thing you want from your bullpen arms are free passes, especially in spots like this. Make the team earn their way off.
Now it's the DH, JT Vernon. One out. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Next offering is in for a strike.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Double play ball to second. In plenty of time to first. That's out number 2.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Javier Sanoja getting ready to hit.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Bit of strategy here. They issue the intentional walk, and that'll set up a force play at any base.
Well, it doesn't get much easier with this next batter, but I totally understand going with the intentional walk in that spot. He's just too dangerous at the plate right now, and there's a base open, so it gives you options defensively to get an out.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Spencer Bivens will depart, and he leaves with the bases loaded, so he'll look for some help from his teammate coming in behind him. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Randy Rodriguez.
Definitely a huge at bat in this game coming up right here, but with 2 outs, he's just got to focus on getting 1 batter, and this should be fun.
2 outs, bases full. Allen, the next to hit.
Boog, this has been a good one. A really good game to this point, and huge opportunity with the bases loaded.
That one lifted to left. Meckler on the move. Makes the grab. And that ends the inning. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Luis Zavala.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And now Luis Torrens. Misses inside. And the count is 2-2. Activity in the bullpen. A right-hander is up and throwing. Two and 2 to the right side. Sanoja. And they get the leadoff man in the 9th.
Now batting, left fielder, Wade Meckler.
Here's the left fielder, Wade Meckler. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Fly ball to right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, number 7.
And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Gonzalez. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the 9th.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the 9th, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
Just off the outside edge, and it's 2-1.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nothing doing for the offense that time. We head now to the bottom of the ninth. The Gamecocks out front here, 3-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the ninth. Now the third baseman, Joe Getz. One-run game, bottom nine. And that's way high. And a count 2-1.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Check swing, called strike.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
One up, one down. That's a big first out right there, and that changes things.
Yeah, you can kind of see how just the hope and optimism is shrunk a little bit, but they got a couple more outs to work with. They got to find a way to get a runner on and get one around the bases.
Trying to close out a one-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. And that one fouled off. Two on the way. That's to third. Barger. Now only one out remaining.
That's why you hug the lines on the corners late in the ball game like this. Positioned perfectly.
Now the left fielder. Two down, nobody on. That's inside.
Well, an interesting situation. One swing you can tie up the ball game, but if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
Out there to center. That gets down for a hit, and that puts the tying run on base.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Now a chance for number 5.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving.
Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Tag. Out. And that's the ball game.
A win on the last day of the month. You close it out with the W, but you want to carry that momentum into the next game.
3-2 the final score for Chris Singleton and our entire crew. I'm John Shambi saying so long.